My perspective is often changed by the perspectives of other people. Therefore, that is how I'll be defining books that have triggered paradigm shifts for me. Books that allow me to venture so far out of my own perspective that I never see the world the same ever again. Ooh, I feel like the artisan geek. From the stubborn hard-headedness of Akwaeke in Things Fall Apart by Chinua, Achebe, to the careful attention to her surroundings that Ifemelu in Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's Americanah pays to her surroundings. There have been certain characters and stories that shed light on thoughts that I previously had, have given me new ways to express myself, or have just made me feel whole and human. In today's video, let's explore some of my favorite books and why they were so impactful. Trigger warning, transmisogyny, violence, xenophobia, book spoilers. Most important of all, I'm joking. They're not the most important, although they are very important. Moving on. Number 1 is The Death of Vivek by Akwaeke Emezi. This is a rather strange book, because it tells you the end of the story from the beginning. The Artisan Geek actually has a wonderful video doing a comparison video to another book that does the exact same thing. It's linked in the description. The book took me a while to recover from emotionally because I saw too much of my own personality in the main character Vivekanamdi, which is how I'll be referring to her because the gender kind of fluctuates throughout the book. The way Vivekanamdi built up this like supportive community of people that accepted her, only to be accidentally killed by one of the people that she had built this community with, was very traumatizing. It really felt like foreboding to me in my real life because I'd have done the exact same thing, and I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. It specifically highlighted the work that I needed to put in into understanding my trans siblings and how I was contributing to a system that oppressed them. All in all, it was a wonderful read, and I highly recommend the book. The next book, number 2, is Dear Ijeawele by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Is anyone surprised? No. The full name of the book is Dear Ijeawele, a Feminist Manifesto and 15 Suggestions by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Dr. Auntie Adichie, mother of public intellectuals and play auntie to millions of diaspora nieces, nephews, and nibblings all across the world. Shout out to Khadijah. If there is one thing that I love in this world, it is a book with actionable steps to take. This one took more of a hold over time as I implemented some of the actions and utilized some of the tools mentioned in the book. I am not qualified enough to explain this in my own words right now. I don't have the range currently, so I'm gonna go ahead and read an excerpt just to clarify. Many people believe that a woman's feminist response to a husband's infidelity should be to leave. But I think staying can also be a feminist choice, depending on the context. If Chudi sleeps with another woman, and you forgive him, would the same be true if you slept with another man? If the answer is yes, then your choosing to forgive him can be a feminist choice because it is not shaped by gender inequality. Sadly, the reality in most marriages is that the answer to that question would often be no. And the reason would be gender-based. That absurd idea of men will be men, which means having a much lower standard for men. What a book. Number 3, are we surprised? Americanah by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I already mentioned this in the intro, come on. For this one, all I will say is that the main character, Femelu's observations of America as an immigrant made me both further appreciate and further loathe certain parts of American society, aka further appreciate the natural hair community and further loathe the way that certain brands of black masculinity impede on intimate relationships. Even though Femelu was still in the wrong, okay? She was still in the wrong, but you're gonna have to read it to find out why. Our next book, number 4, is Things Fall Apart by Chinua, Achebe. I read this book once a year for clear skin. I read this book once a year for a renewed understanding of the masculinity that I'm steering away from. It continuously shifts my perspective because I feel like there's something new every single time that I read it. Uncle Achebe is very adept at making a complexly abusive character, and I cannot get enough of it. I just found out this book was a part of a trilogy from To Be Black and Loved, another wonderful YouTuber. Oh my gosh, please check out his channel. And you best believe the entire trilogy has been ordered to my nearest library. And school has been a madness. So I haven't had the time to read them, but that entire trilogy is getting read as soon as possible. Our next book, aka the fifth one, With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. How do I describe the feelings I had when I was reading this book? You know how at the end of the school year, when you're tired of reading things and you just try to like take a break? This was the book that reminded me of how fun reading could be after that. I picked it up at night and I stayed up until 3 a.m. to finish it. Like, the book prompted my interest in the exploration of Afro-Latinidad, and you too can learn more about Afro-Latinidad from Pero Likes YouTube channels. You see how my brain be mixing these languages together, child? Puedo hablar español con fluidez si tú quieras tener una conversación en los comentarios, tú puedes hacerlo. This book inadvertently showed me another way to experience reading, as a way to glimpse into other people's private existences without the work that comes with establishing a relationship that holds that sort of space for like that kind of vulnerability, which is just the reason why I love Elizabeth Acevedo and all of her books. Please read The Poet X, it's very good. Our sixth book is American Street by Ibi Zoboi, the final book on our list. Yes, I kept it to 6 today. I might come at y'all with a few more if y'all like these like book kind of reviews, how it had an impact on me, giving you recommendations to read and stuff like that. If you really like these, I'll definitely do more, but we're keeping it to 6 today. This book made me more curious about the American immigration system, and it was actually what prompted me to acquire fluency, even though it's like an elementary level of fluency, in Haitian Creole. It highlighted the way that people use the language to fully express themselves, and it was so strongly representative of that idea that it made me want to learn their entire language. So that's how good the book is. Read the book. It actually allowed me to deep the fact that so many other communities and ecosystems exist with language as a barrier to outsiders, such as myself, that would like a fuller understanding of cultures other than my own, which is the reason that I've learned all of the other languages that I know as well. And I love the author for this one as well, so please go ahead and read her other books. Please check out her book Pride as well. It is very cute and it's really insightful. That book is very, oh my gosh, just read the book. It's so cute. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to thumbs up or thumbs down depending on how you're feeling today. Subscribe, watch some of my other videos while you're here. I have victoriously completed another video. And until the next one, bye. I'm still here. Okay, bye for real.